Hey everybody, horticulturist Gary Bachman. Time for another daily dose of hort. And as you can see, I'm not out in the garden, but I'm in the kitchen here at the Nano Farm. And I wanted to do a follow-up with using the Tabasco peppers, like we looked at the other day in the video of them growing out in the yard, and how to save these seeds. I've gotten questions through the years about how to save seeds from the veggies and even the flowers that you're growing. And we've shared how we harvest and clean and prepare tomato seeds that we grow. Well, I wanted to use the Tabasco peppers as an example of how to clean and harvest one type of pepper. Tabasco peppers tend to be a little fleshier, and that does create some problems collecting the seed. And I'm going to show you how to do that. First though, if you are growing hot peppers and saving the seeds, and even when you're cooking with hot peppers, you really should glove up, because you're going to get that capsaicin, and you're going to itch. You're going to rub your eye, and it's not fun. Listen, I've done it. So let me give you a little example of kind of how you could harvest the Tabasco seeds, and then I'm going to show you my surefire, way better way to do it. Now, typically, when I'm harvesting pepper seeds, and I just have to say, if you hear that kind of that rumbling in the background, that's Rosie, the robotic vacuum cleaner running around. I can't interrupt her schedule. But what I typically do when I'm harvesting peppers is I'll just put them on the cutting board, sharp knife, and you can go through and kind of just slice them and then scrape the seeds out. Well, you can see how many seeds are in this pepper, and the Tabasco is if you want to call it a moist pepper or a fleshy pepper, it does create a little problem, at least for me. Okay, so now we got all the seeds out, and how do we get those cleaned up better? And besides, if you got a whole bowl like this, it takes a while to go through here and cut the pepper and scrape the seeds out, and then we kind of got that mess to deal with. Now, let me show you, and this is super secret tip of how I clean at least the Tabasco peppers. Not going to do it with the firmer flesh ones, but the Tabasco peppers, this one works out really well. So the tip that I'm going to share about cleaning like the Tabasco peppers here is really pretty simple. I'm going to take my blender, and I'm going to take my peppers that I've got here, and you guessed it, looks like I'm going to be making like a Tabasco shake, right? Well, I don't think you want to drink this shake when I get done with it. But all I'm going to do is put this on here and kind of whiz it up. And if you think that, I'm trying to save the seeds and I'm putting them in the blender, isn't that going to kind of grind all the seeds up? Well, if I just put the pods in there by themselves, yes. But the secret is filling the blender with water, and that creates a buffer. You get that turbulence that knocks all the flesh off, but you're left over with the seeds. So here goes. Now the beauty of this is you grind it all off, and what we're looking for are the pepper seeds that sink. Those are more likely to be viable than any of the floaters. It's kind of the same thing with the tomato seeds. And what you'll see here when I'm grinding And what I'll do is I'll zoom in on this shot, but we'll whiz it all up and you'll see all those heavy seeds fall to the bottom of the blender. Here we go. And I'll zoom in. Now watch as see the seeds all starting to fall out? That is a great sign. And basically, I'm done with this batch. Now, I've got to clean this up. Let's see how we do that. Okay, now that we've got the peppers all whizzed up, you can kind of see how we got all the pulp up at the top, the seeds at the bottom. Now it's just a function of, or a matter of taking the top and starting to decant all the solids away from the seeds. And we'll have to do this a couple of times, but this will highlight, we're mixing it all up, it'll highlight those heavy seeds falling out. And you can see how the seeds are falling out of solution, or falling to the bottom of the blender. And we just pour off slowly until we start seeing those seeds at the bottom. You can see how they're falling out. And we'll do it one more time here. See, and there's still some junk in there. But by doing decanting like this, all of the light floater seeds tend to come out of the mix, and we end up with all of our good seeds. Now I've got a collection jar here because I've been doing this for a while this morning, and hang on a second here. Let me get rid of some of all the solids that I've been collecting. Put those in the trash. I'm going to clean this off a little bit. Now what I want to show you here is, there's the seeds I've been collecting this morning. And I will tell you, even when you're doing this, even though the capsaicin isn't water soluble, it will volatilize a little bit, and you could get a little whiff of the capsaicin, just like I just did. But these seeds that I've been collecting this morning, check that out. That is a bunch of pepper seeds. So anyways, that's how I'm, right now cleaning Tabasco peppers. And you might think that that's a lot of seeds. Well, you may or may not know, I haven't done a lot of advertising on it, but I've got my own seed store now, Heritage Cottage Seeds. And Tabasco peppers are one of the many varieties that I offer there. I'll put a link in the bottom of this in the description. And now's a great time if you're thinking about the garden for next year. I have always said for the last few years, just because of demand, go ahead and get your varieties that you want to grow next year. Get them early. You can check out what I've got in the seed store, and if there's some that you'd like to see at some point, let me know, and I'll see if I can get them and I can grow them, and then provide seeds for that. But anyways, thanks. We'll see you next time on another Daily Dose of Hort.